Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dagmouth's Tears. This session is, of course, a homebrew that I have made myself, and one that we will be going on for a very long time or until one of us gets bored and leaves.
This sounds nice. I like this.
Now, let us go into the setting. The Tears of Dagmoth takes place in a world that I have created my own. The world has been inhabited for countless centuries with monsters and humans. Once coexisting, but now on the verge of war. The goddess Tyr, a gem that once floated in the sky 500 years ago, which many suspected to be of magical properties, broke during the one harvest moon of that year. The shards fell from the sky and landed in different sections of the earth, sizes varying from that of a pin needle that could fit in the palm of your hand to the size of cities that were once crushed under this massive enclosure. Factions have believed to have not only fought over these gems for power, but also to understand what it is that they truly do. You all arrive in a tavern owned by a humble but also firm orc who happen to be the meeting place of all of you. You are all here in, give me a moment, Alabaster. You all have different goals and different dreams in mind. Some that are more profitable than others, and some just for out of curiosity. Who would like to go first on telling us a little bit about their character and why they're there?
I guess I'll step up.
You might as well. Go ahead, Z. Tell us about your character.
First things first, welcome everyone. I am Zijkad. My character I'm playing is a slime girl called Pura Waters. She's a wizard by class, but more or less she's a more novice spellcaster than anything. She is a very curious slime and learned from her late master, who protected her from humans that discovered her presence in the city. Which obviously, because of the whole war, racism is pretty high and they do not like monsters. She's gotten over it, but she is still timid over such things. She still is very curious about the world. She wants to learn more about it, learn why everyone is in this aspect of mind to maybe be able to fix it from happening ever again. But as she now has made it to this tavern, who knows if this cycle will wind up becoming something better or just another cycle of pain.
All right. Who wants to go next? How about you, Gracie? Tell us about your character.
Is Gracie even here?
What's wrong?
I didn't know it was my turn. Nobody's telling me what's happening.
Didn't you not hear?
Gracie.
We're just doing
No,
character intros.
Why is Phantom saying something?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't hear him.
Okay.
You can't hear
Gracie?
Phantom?
I can't hear Phantom.
Z, just tell Gracie to go ahead and
Oh, for
log
some
out,
reason, what
log
the
in.
fuck? Okay, never mind. I can hear you now. For all of that, I didn't hear you at all.
Okay. Gracie, tell us
Yes.
about your character.
I am playing a half-elf Her name is Ilyana Solari. Where to start with her?
Like her goals, maybe, or
her goals.
You know, why she's here.
She doesn't have any particular goals. She's just traveling and really kind of doing what she wants. Her background, she comes from poverty and that sort of deal, and she like worked very hard to try and get her, because she comes from a larger family, she worked hard to try and help her family out of said poverty, but like never really got anywhere. And then she ended up meeting a troupe of entertainers, and the main attraction of those entertainers was another half-elf dancer, and she was entranced by her and was like, I want to do what you do, because she was just enamored with how this half-elf dancer caused this crowd by just doing her thing, and she was like, I want to do that. And then she ended up leaving and traveling with them for a bit, and then she split off. And she's traveled on her own for a while now, just kind of doing whatever.
Alright.
And now she's just kind of ended up in this tavern, because that's just the latest spot.
And Zan, you are up next. Tell us about your character.
Alright, my character's name is Zandelin, or Zan for short. He is a high elf that started off as a peaceful acolyte that was part of a temple that was shrouded in veil and secrecy out deep into the forest. And eventually what ended up happening to him is he started to notice that some of the older acolytes started going missing, or they completely just stopped reporting for their daily duties. Curious by this, he began to investigate this and discovered that there was a sect or a cabal within the temple amongst the high priests that were making deals with shady people, and as well as practicing magic, which within the temple, being a place of sanctuary and holiness, magic was seen as heresy and therefore was forbidden. But before he can alert the high clergy of his findings, the high priest basically discovered what he was up to and captured him. Seeing as this was their opportunity, they placed all the blame on him and said that he was a heretic, and that he was the one who was making all the dealings and practicing magic, even though it was forbidden. And of course, nobody would dare disbelieve the word of a high clergy versus, well, not the high clergy, but the high priest versus just an acolyte. So he was branded a heretic and thrown out. After that, he was mostly wandering the streets from city to city, until he got picked up by a band of thieves, who then showed him the skills of their trade of teaching him how to steal, how to live off the streets, how to get in contact with the black market, and various other skills that would help him along the way. Eventually, he decided to go his own way, as everyone in the Thieves Guild eventually does go their way and wants to usually leave the band. But as the saying normally goes, the thieves actually all stick together. They actually don't leave the guild at all. They just simply go their separate ways, seeking out their own riches and adventures, while still being in contact with one another. But as their saying usually goes, the most difficult treasures to steal are the ones that gave you the greatest reward. So, basically, you wind up myself here in this tavern trying to see what kind of banter or chit-chat I can find of any kind of rumors or anything of interest that is worth looking into. while also at the same time eventually seeking revenge upon the temple that branded me a heretic and threw me out.
A man in hunts of gold and revenge. A very, very interesting eye arc. And then, finally, we have, of course, Rusty Gallagher. Rusty, I'm going to put you on the map real quick. Just wherever. Max, tell us about you.
Okay, well, you already said my character's name, so yeah, that is who I'll be playing as. And, okay, to summarize him up, he is a man who's on a quest for revenge for his fallen lover. So he searches all over for some kind of like peace of mind and for comfort. Anyone who is willing to aid him on his journey, like, he will protect them by all means, like any means necessary. And as to why he's in the tavern, that was to soak his sorrows for a bit, in between his quest and finding clues as to who could have been behind, you know, the murder.
Another tale of romance, betrayal, and adventure. Very, very good. You all are in a tavern early morning. The smell of freshly cooked breakfast wafts through the air, along with the scent of a light beer. You can tell the place is usually clean and very well maintained, but there is still a scent of, you know, beer, like a frat party, kinda. You can see over the bar, for those of you that are sitting in the main dining room, there is a little dwarf working on making breakfast, handing them to strangers, making drinks. You know, there's banter going around, there's laughter, there's cheering, there's the groggy people that are not really the morning people. There's even a few drunks that are already drunk at 9 o'clock in the morning, you know, those kinds of people. And she, you know, casually points a finger and goes, Hi, you want to be drunk and fucking fight? You go take it out back. You don't do it in this bar, alright? And they casually just nod and go, yeah, whatever. She's like, alright, that's better. She sees a man currently downing his third ale for the day. You, Rusty. And, there's a little, hi! He holds up another one. Says, I got you a refill. Yeah, you don't look too hot. I really shouldn't be doing this, but you look like you need it. She gently hands it over the table, rubs her hands and says, don't worry, free of charge. No expenses. You look like you've had a rough time. You all come here in this bar, by the way, because you've heard that there is a quest. The king is seeking help. But you're trying to figure out a way on how to, you know, where it is. None of you have been in this kingdom yet. You're curious on exactly what it is to do. However, like I said, you're currently just in a tavern enjoying company. Unfortunately, Ilyana has had the displeasure of sitting beside an old man who has a huge underbite and is just trying to eat his food like a wild animal, kind of like you see the animal in the wild that kind of has already broken a leg or something that's trying to still walk, kind of sad. He's kind of fiddling with the fork and it's shaking, and he's trying to put it in his mouth and chomping very vigorously on his eggs. Just he's trying to talk to you about the good old days of his adventuring. Let me tell you, when I was, and then he proceeds to fall asleep into his eggs. What would any of you like to do during these spectacles?
I think I'm gonna go.
What was that?
I think I'm gonna go step over to the barkeep and pretend I did not see that. Embarrassment.
Alright. What would anyone else like to do?
I will also go over to the bar away from this old man.
He doesn't even pay attention. He's kind of face deep in egg right now because he's asleep in it. You're kind of concerned that he's already fallen asleep when he just woke up. He's on the verge of death, probably. But you show up to the bar. Here, I'll move your token real quick. Anything else anyone wants to do? Any place you would like to sit? Move your character wherever you want to sit at all. You don't have to be standing right beside Zan's character.
One sec. First off, get rid of that eyesore for Max's icon at the moment. That way we can replace it with the actual one.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it right now. I'm putting it right now. There we go.
There we go.
Thank you. It's a better placeholder. Until I finish the drawing.
We need to fix that.
I'm sitting there.
An eyesore fucking Z-side.
I just over there messaging Max in the background, and it's like, hey man, just go and get that. Otherwise, we're just gonna have Mr. Game & Watch over here at the table.
Look like a depressed Cyclops.
Mr. Game & Watch, this man said Mr. Game & Watch.
Alright, I guess I'll go over to the bar as well and get some water.
Alrighty.
I'm sitting away from people.
Rusty, she currently has a mug out full of ale for you. Are you going to not take it? Are you gonna do anything? What would you like to do? She's looking in your direction. She sees people coming up and she's about to help them, but she's focused on you right now.
I will gladly take her up on it.
Alright. As you come up to the bar, she immediately hands it to you, gives you a sorrowful look like, I know you're going through some shit, but it'll get better. And kind of wipes her hands and looks to see Zan in front of her and goes, yes, how can I help you?
A cup of your finest tea, please, and there's a unfortunate person over there that decided to take a face dive into his eggs. He,
is it Mr.
might need some help.
McGinnis? Is it Mr. McGinnis?
I'm not sure what his name is, but he's got that really big underbite and
Underbite the size of a shovel? Yeah, don't worry. He'll wake up. And as she says this, you see him tort back, covered in egg, and every time you're about to... Before face planting back into his eggs, and she's like, oh, that old crushy fucker. Anywho, it's okay. He'll be alright. He does this every day. It's okay. And she, makes your tea for you, hands it to you. She goes, alright, that'll be 1 copper piece.
very well. I'll pay the copper.
She takes the copper, does a little bite on it, checks it, goes, alright, seems to be checked. Thank you. She turns to Ilyana and the rest of the party and comes up to Ilyana. And how might I help you? Little one? Funny coming from me. Don't you laugh at me, you little hobknocker. What do you want?
I suppose I'll just take some water a bit early to start drinking for me.
Ah. A woman of
What a
simple qualities.
judgmental bitch.
A woman of simple qualities. I like you. You know why? Because you're the easiest to please. She turns, corks on the sink, water starts to flow, fills up a glass. She turns to you and goes, there you go. And just because I like you, puts some ice cubes in it and slides it to you.
How kind. Thank you.
Yeah, flattery will get you nowhere with me, sugar tits. And she kind of walks down towards Z's character, Pura. She kind of takes a moment to look at you because you look a lot different than most people that are dressed here. You're dressed in more of a Japanese silk outfit, and it kind of throws her off for a moment and goes, well, we have your majesty in here. Shall I pull out the red carpet for you? I'm just yanking your chain. How can I help you, little sweet pea?
You're too kind. I'll have some water as well. It's been a long journey.
I don't know, that's a far walk. Me and me short legs, but I'll give it a shot. She scuffles over real quick, you know, does the same thing. A little bit of water, a little bit of ice, puts it in a glass, comes over, hands it to you, and goes, and just because I like you, I cleaned the glass for this one. Then she looks over at Ilyana and gives a little wink and goes, I'm just yanking your chain. So what brings you all into town? You're not regulars. Well, except for him. She points to Rusty and goes, I've seen him here for a couple of nights.
Who would like to speak first?
Guess I will. Mostly looking for work and seeing if there's any kind of interesting rumors of treasure about.
If you're looking for business, you're gonna want to talk to Grog. I'm not the business person here. Oh, where are me manners? And she wipes her, you know, hands on her little apron, sticks out a hand to all of you, once in a, you know, shaking every hand that comes by and goes, my name is Avra. Avra Lionheart.
Well, pleasure to meet you, Avra. My name is Zandelin. Zan for short.
Nice to meet you too. Hold on. I'll let you guys go in the back. And you see, right here, at the door, there's a door that says, employees only. She says, you guys can go in the back. If any of you need anything else, or if that's all that you need, please just go in the back. To the very far back, Mr. Grog is sitting in his office. He will be waiting for you, for your, work. Well, he'll tell you where you can go get work. Me, I have to deal with, and then she kind of turns and looks at the old man snoring into his eggs and the two men that are about to fist fight and goes, I have to deal with rebel housing, and she kind of cracks her knuckles, and you can tell she's the bouncer of this bar and the waitress, so she can throw her own. She kind of tops over the table, but before she leaves, she looks over at the rest of you and goes, does anybody need anything else?
No, but here, take this. It's a bag of elvish sleep powder. Might make things a little easier.
Oh, I don't need that. She politely goes, I've got my own bag of sleep powder right here. And she just clucks her knuckles a little bit, cracks them. You can hear like, she's just like, if you know what I mean.
I sure do. I know a good fist fight when I see one, and I tend to keep out of sorts of things. I stick to the shadows, if you know what I mean.
Does anyone else need anything before I go? Poke me up some knockers.
I think we're all taken care of. Thank you for your kindness.
You're welcome. Just head through the back door, like I said, and go into the office and, you know, meet him. But for now, I have to go deal with the consistories. And you just see this little dwarf walk up to these two grown-ass men that are about to throw down. And she's like, okay, you two. And she's like in their thighs, pretty close to crush the face shot. And she's like, alright, I'm so close, I'll bite it off. I swear to God, you two better back up. And you guys make your way towards the door, I assume, as this is going on?
Yeah.
Alrighty. You guys make your way through towards the office. As you enter the office, you see this gigantic green man. He is fumbling through paperwork and sitting in a chair that is clearly too small for him. It's kind of creaking a little bit under the weight of him. And he kind of looks up for a moment, pulls off his glasses that he has on, and goes,
one moment.
He's flipping through paperwork and sweating a little bit. His long black hair is kind of greased over with a little bit of sweat. His gigantic tusks are kind of pursed with his lips as he's kind of focused on this task right now. He jots down some words real quick in his with his ink pen, makes some few notes, talks to himself.
Okay. Right. Sorry. How can I help you all?
Kind of looks up to you all happily. He's got a grin on his face, and he's got really kind eyes. You see a tattoo from the neck and pectoral area of his right side. He's got a nice pink shirt on. It's not the best, but you can tell he's of a better quality. Like, business has been good. He doesn't wear any jewelry, but he's got a very clean cut other than his facial goatee, along with some nice pants and, of course, some black leather boots as he sits up and goes,
Right, so, how can I help you all?
That's a terrible voice for him. Let me try again.
Right, so,
No. You know what? We'll just go with it until I make something else. Just go with it. How can he help you guys?
oh,
Looking
wait.
for work?
Vera sent you here, so I'm assuming, you're looking for work. Alright, well, there's something here from the capital. They are currently looking for adventurers. Have any of you ever been on an adventure?
A few here and there. Been about the country. I don't know if you would call it much of an adventure, but I guess that counts.
He kind of writes this down and he goes,
Alright, what are your names?
I suppose you could just call me Zan, but what's the job?
Zan. Well, the thing is, I don't have the job. You will have to go meet him. I just take the books of who is applying for the job. But I see you all as a capable lot. You will have to prove yourself, of course, to the king. But this is just a ticket, so you can go visit him. Not everybody can just visit the king, you know. You have to have an appointment. It's like a doctor visit. You understand, right?
King, you say? Now I'm
yeah.
interested.
Yes, King Roland.
Pura's eyes would be wide as dinner plate. I've never seen a king before.
Oh, he's a little bit on the old side, but he's a good king. He's fair.
and he kind of like looks over at Rusty and smiles, and he leaves. He kind of gets up for a moment. And you hear the chair go, kind of like swaying under him. And he's like,
Oh, please excuse me for a moment.
and you can hear the commotion building up as Vera is literally just like, I will fuck all of you up. I swear to God.
He's like, I think she's having one of her moments. Please be patient.
And he kind of hands you all a slip of paper. Says,
Just take this to the kingdom, and you should get in pretty easily in the castle.
and he immediately starts bolting out the door towards her in fear that probably she's about to kill someone. You guys are alone in his office. Is there anything you guys want to do in here before you leave?
Nah, I don't think I want to mess with any of his stuff.
All right.
I doubt
And,
there's anything in here that I care about.
Oh, and as he's leaving, he kind of like tries to be as nice as possible and goes,
Everyone have a good day, and I hope you the best of luck on your job.
you know, runs off. Sorry, I forgot to add that. Anywho, he's trying to be, hospitable as best as he can. So two of you don't want to do anything. Do the rest of the party want to do anything before we head to the castle, or are you good?
I'll look around the room.
All right, what are you looking? You see a lot of macabre areas. There's there's a picture of him and his his friends, painted, not picture. He's clearly got this done a while back because it was before he had the facial hair. His hair was a little bit shorter and his tusks weren't as long. He looks more of a teenage years in this one. He doesn't even have his tattoos yet. You can also see there's a chest on the right side of the room that is kind of bunkered beside a table that is located behind his chair. There's some paperwork on his desk, and it seems very cluttered and messed. Kind of like you can kind of tell that it's clear that he's more busy than the average person and has little time to upkeep his belongings in here. He even has the desk is kind of open on one side, and it's very easy to open, which is usually locked, but he forgot to lock it this time, unfortunately. Anything else anyone wants to do in here?
So he's already left the room or no?
He's already left the room. He's out here with Avira trying to deal with an issue that's going on. The room is empty.
I would have thrown a flirty line in Orcish his way, but That moment is fast.
You can still do it as you leave.
Yeah,
You know.
you can give
That's
him
my
a flirt
decision.
later.
What would you like to say to him as you leave?
Nice test.
His green complexion gets darker, and he kind of scruffs the back of his head a little bit and goes,
Thank you. Nice, armor.
well, not armor, but, you know, loincloth. And he kind of realizes it sounds a little perverted and covers his tusks, and Avira kind of gives him a jab in the, you know, the calf and goes, oh, you little sweet talker, are you? Say you've already found another. And he just blushes and begins to start heading back to his office nervously. Just
Alright, well, gonna leave the office now.
You see Avira kind of is already like, she's, you know, already done everything. You notice 2 less people in the room. They've been drug out, but there's broken beer bottles all over the floor. She goes, sorry about the mess. I'll clean it up. It's gonna be a hell of a time trying to pick up those teeth, though. But maybe next time they'll learn some manners. Anywho, I see you guys have a paper for the kingdom. Good on ya. I hope you the best of luck on your adventure. She gives you a warm smile. She goes, now, off with you. You got business to do, don't you? And swing by the pub anytime you want. Dragon's Tavern is always open for you, sweethearts.
Thank you, you've been too kind.
She just smiles. And as you all leave, you make your way to the king's castle. As you do, the guard outside stops. Halt! Where are your papers?
We have them right here. Pura will hold out hers.
He takes the paper. It's got a little bit of a trail of slime to it, but he kind of like throws it off as like, you know, just typical. Oh wait, Z, what form are you taking today? Magic resistant or physical?
Physical.
Physical? Okay, then there's no slime on it.
Yeah.
He takes the paper.
Yeah, like I'm human right now, more or less, basically.
He takes the paper, looks it over, looks at you. Alright, that takes care of one of you. What about the others?
There's mine. What's the job?
Hands it to you. I don't know the job. I just take the papers and let you in. He's kind of snarky. You can tell he's a little bit of a dick. He takes it and goes, what about you, lovely lady? And gives like a little eyebrow wiggle to Ilyana. Paper, please.
I just hold it up to him. I'm already done with them, and I've only gotten here.
He kind of takes the cold shoulder as it is and goes, alright, thank you. Looks over at the big burly man in front of him and goes, whoa! You've been on a lot of adventures, I'm assuming. Paper, please.
Just slap it right into his hand. Look the other way.
He just pats the papers, not even fazed by y'all's kind of attitude, and just goes, thank you very much. He looks through them and goes, alright, these all seem to be in order. Make your way in. Welcome to the castle. And he opens the big oak doors. You can see these iron doors that have been haltered to the point where they look more fortifiable than any part of the castle. As they open, you guys are greeted to
oh no,
a gigantic mausoleum-looking building. Oh wait, can you guys see the map?
Don't see the... Well, actually, what is the map? Because at the moment we got tiles, we got statues and shit.
Yeah, there should be a map. What the hell is going on?
It's kind of blank.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're blank
someone
here.
stream DnD.
I'll stream it for you.
I'm gonna try reloading the page and see if that fixes it.
Same here, because I'm convinced that is not on my end. I hope to God it's not. Oh God, it's on my end. What happened?
About to say, you don't have a map at all, buddy. We're just graph paper like we're in actual D&D mode. We went back in time to being in the same room with each other.
Oh my god. But there was a map. It's showing a map. Okay, you know what? I'll fix it. Give me a moment. I'm gonna have to add everything back in. Pretend like the suits of armor are still there, okay?
I mean,
Please?
the suits of armor is still there.
I mean, no, I mean whenever I add this on, because I'm gonna have to add on
Yeah,
the tokens
the
and
only
everything
thing
else.
that's missing is the backdrop, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's but I'm gonna have to lay it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to do
All right.
like a. Give me a moment. Let me look for it again, because it's a very big map that I'm trying to find. Y'all can take your time and you know, talk about things if you want. No? Just gonna make me feel like shit for making y'all wait? Alright, cool. Thanks, guys.
I'm
What?
trying to adjust my
Anyone-
mind.
Anyone else think that orc was hot?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't even know you people.
I was actually thinking on the aspect of us traveling up to this dude, and he's a seasoned and Gracie. They're pretty normalish and everything, you know, elf people and stuff. And then you have this foreigner from fucking Japan, that's all cloaked up and a little shady looking, but all right. And then you have this Adonis of a man. Just walk up there and it's just like, how did you wind up in this party?
I'll be laughing hysterically if he decided to like freaking hand the papers to the freaking guard and then like crush his hand in the process.
Yeah, like the guy just like decides to be a little bit friendly and try to shake Max's hand, and he's just like, ugh.
Oh, oops. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
I mean,
almost got it.
What?
Now that dick of a guard remind me to use my sleight of hand and undo his belt on my way out.
My guy is supposed to be British, but I am not attempting a British accent. I was sparing your ears.
I mean, you're not
Yeah,
hearing
same.
you're not hearing me over here going arigato or anything like that. So
Alright, everyone. The map has been set. Just pretend the suits of armor are still there. Those were actually guards that are all
you actually
around
made
the
me
area.
spit tank. Jesus fucking Christ.
Those are all actually
Hold
guards.
up.
So this place is very well guarded. Okay, I will wait until whoever said hold up is ready.
Max
I
is just
can't-
dying at the moment.
I can't believe our barbarian's already dead.
I killed
Alright.
him from laughter.
So
Oh,
I will go ahead and start talking about the room. Go ahead and set your tokens somewhere over here, please, because this is the entrance.
Yep, we're dragging ourselves back.
Alrighty.
It would help if the mouse would let me click on my name and actually, you know, drag the token.
You're good. Take your time. Okay, there's 3 of you. I'll move Rusty in for him real quick. There we go. Alrighty. As you all
Fuck.
enter,
I'm still. Hold on. I was wiping off my keyboard.
you're good.
Shit. Hold up.
Did you actually spit out water?
Yeah, because. No, it's just the way that fucking Z said it. He's like, turned super kawaii out of nowhere. Arigato! And
It was very fucking
I
good.
was mid-drink.
Ladies and gentlemen at home, are you enjoying this D&D campaign? Not only has the DM fucked up maps, but apparently somebody spit on their keyboard. What an adventure!
Not just my keyboard, fucking monitor. I only had to wipe everything down.
God, was it a genuine spit take, like sprinkler hose? Like,
It would. I had a mouth full of water, and I was like, "Fuck you, Z."
He just missed it his entire freaking station. That's great.
I just got that perfect mark there, man. That's life goals achieved. I've got a spit take out of somebody now.
As you all see these doors open, a ray of light shines through this very well lit hallmark. You see black and white tiles with a very luxurious red carpet that leads all the way to the front. Laced with gold, there's a chandelier with candles flickering as the light source. You see a strapping young man. Looks to be about the same age as the partner beside him on the other side, but less of a build. The man has red hair. He looks more of like a lion than really man in this situation. Stature very well built. He's got a very puffy, overturned, capish demeanor to it, like cape that drapes down over his shoulders. He's holstering a sword and is giving the biggest bitch face you've ever seen, but firm too. Like he's a well-seasoned adventurer, just going through some hardships as well. But he's seen hardships, but you know, seems to be sitting more comfortably due to the jewelry that is all over his fingers. He's got one pinky ring that is gold with a ruby in it, and one sapphire ring on one hand that is on his index finger. On the other one, he has one platinum ring and one gold emerald ring. And he's sitting there resting beside the gray withered old man who has a very luxurious crown plastered on his head. It has gems encrusted in the crown. He's wearing this very royal blue suit of the finest silk in town. And his face is weathered from the age. He's got all these different wrinkles. His hair is a gray-white snow. And the man beside them the most, this one is the most peculiar to all of you. Oh, by the way, whoever's got that sound in the back, please mute yourself. You're very loud. There is a man with purplish charcoal skin and snowy pinkish white hair. This man is not dressed very rugged, though, like his counterpart from the right. He has more of a lavish look to him. He, like the king, is wearing a very silkish attire. Gold laced in it. It's a lavender tone that matches with his skin very well. But you can see he's more feminine. He's got a slender frame. He stands very confident with a warm smile. And he greets you all as happy as he can. As the king replies,
"Ah, yes, new adventurers. Ha 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 ha. I like you already."
He kind of sticks his staff into the ground and goes, "Come in, please. Make yourself at home. How might I help you?" He beckons you to come closer. What would you guys like to do?
Well, if the king asks us to come closer, I guess we should come closer.
Yeah, I'm gonna move towards him.
He smiles as you guys walk up. You can get as close, I'd say about 10 feet distance is pretty normal. That's pretty good.
I'm gonna stand behind Max because I'm shy.
You guys stand in front of him, Rusty and Zan, and the rest of you that are standing behind. He smiles and waves and sticks his hands out and goes,
"Welcome to my humble abode." It's I hope you enjoy it. How can I help you today?
and he's got a very warm smile. His eyes kind of closed a little bit, but he's still got a very warm smile to him. He seems to be trying to be a very gracious host. What would you guys like to say? Anyone want to say anything?
I guess I'll go. Barkeep says he got some kind of job one day, mentioned it was from the king, caught my interest. So, what's the job?
As you say this, the man with red hair that looks more like a lion than human kind of looks at you, cocks an eyebrow, and goes,
A bar. You got a job from the bar? Oh yeah, real good work we're getting nowadays.
and the old man looks at him and gives him this scornful look and goes,
You bite your tongue. We have guests. Where are your manners? Please forgive him. He's my son, Prince Beau.
and the man kind of gives a look, goes,
Right, well, if you're looking for a job, we're gonna have to put you to a test.
he kind of steps aside all of you, heads you out to the courtyard. There's a practice dummy. He goes, You there! And he points to the barbarian. Hit this dummy as hard as you can. I want to see what power you got. And he crosses his arms.
Will do.
His partner, who you have not gotten the name of yet, follows with a warm smile and says, Please forgive him. He's a bit blunt. Just do your best. I assure you, I'm sure it's great. And he sits there, he smiles a little bit. Don't choke now. Kind of pointing at you, Rusty. You know, just playful banter. Alright. Rusty, go ahead and give me an attack roll with whatever weapon you want.
Well, may as well go at it with a flail. How?
You just press the flail. Like, go to your little bar and you'll see your attack. You'll go to your character, and then you'll see there's a flail, and you just press the little flail button, and it will make an attack. Like it's in your weapons, global damage modifiers and whatnot.
What?
Okay, so go to your character.
It's in your character sheet.
Yeah,
Go to
go
your
to your
character.
character sheet, and then in core, you'll see right under the place that has like your hit dice, your success fails, death saves. There's a whole list of like your abilities and stuff. And if you just click one of them, like for example, if I use Acid Splash, I'll click its name, and it'll pop up in the chat thing of rolling the dice and stuff for it.
Also, to the viewers, we have new people playing with us, so please be a little patient. Go ahead and press whichever weapon you want for your attack.
When
Alright,
she's
I
done
hit it.
flail.
Okay, you did flail. Now go into your chat and press under flail and give me attack damage, because that does hit. It's a dummy. You just press the little word flail in the chat.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, 8 bludgeoning. You smash into this dummy, and it takes a big wallop. It flies back a little bit. It goes back a good foot before coming back up. And he arcs his eyebrow in surprise at your strength.
Alright, not bad. I'll give you that.
His partner kind of chuckles a little bit with a little hand to the mouth. You know, the Chinese woman laughed. He's like, I told you he would be good. He kind of gives him a grimace glare. Alright,
Who's next?
he looks over at Lorne. I mean, not Lorne. He looks over at Ilyana.
You there. Why don't you show me what you got?
If I must.
If you want the job, I'd say yes. Show me what you got.
Very nice. Go ahead and roll some damage. That's a 23. Very good. Very good, Gracie. 5 slashing. You, with your long sword, just cut it. Your power is enough to chip away and leave a slash scar across the target that is on this dummy. He looks at you, even more surprised that you did this, and you can clearly tell he's a little sexist. But he doesn't say anything as he keeps his arms folded and goes, "Alright, not bad. Not bad. Alright, who's next?" He looks over and sees the shifty-looking guy, the elf, and goes, "Hey, Pointy, you're up."
Very well. Let's add a little bit of spice to it.
Oh, are you going for flair?
Oh, yes.
Alright, let's see what you got. Tell me what you're gonna do. Chill touch. Ooh.
It's
Alrighty. Necrotic damage. Alright. You, under your breath, you do, your incantation. It flies out. This chilling hand just floats through the air. It hits the dummy, and nothing can be seen, but you see the seams of this dummy start to split at the sides. It is starting to wear and tear, like it's starting to decay before the spell disappears. He looks at you in bewilderment at this. And, of course he has that snarky remark and goes, "I always knew you elves were kind of shifty. Good to see something came out of it." Gives it a little tap. "Not bad. I like you." He looks over at this cute little girl. He kind of shows a little bit of his warmer side a little bit with a smile and goes, "Alright, I guess we saved the best for last. Alright, if she does any form as good as all of you, you got the job. Alright, what's your name?"
Pura, sir.
"Pura. Alright. Weird name, but alright. Give it your best." You can kind of see he's starting to show a little bit of warmth to you. Dolomir, the guy behind him, kind of gives a little wink. Goes, "Give it your best, love. You can do it." Kind of sits back. He sits on one of the little marble stones and kicks a foot up and kind of just sits back cockishly, like knowing you're going to succeed, basically. He knows you guys got the job already. He just wants to see you guys put Prince Bo in his place.
Let's see. I guess I'll use Ray of Frost.
Oh, shit. Does that have a damage roll too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You shoot a blinding, hold on, let me reiterate. A spell circle begins to form in your hands as you start waving them like water, like waterbenders from Avatar. Before a sudden shit is seen, your hands glow an eerie blue tone as suddenly icicles fly from this spellbinding circle and just puncture this thing, riddling it into nothing. It used to be a burlap sack that was barely on the seams of hay, with targets and scratch marks and bludgeoning from it, but it is now fallen over and covered in icicles. Prince Bo is taken aback and looks at you guys and goes, "Alright, you're the real deal. I'm sorry. We've had an uprising as of late. Many people have tried to take my dad's life." Dolomir gives a solemn nod. "He's under a lot of stress. Please don't take any offense to Bo. He's a good guy, just a little bit worried for his father, is all." He gives Bo a nod, because "You have the job. Alright, here's your job. There was a party that we sent out for reconnaissance outside of town. We heard noise in a cave. We've heard a lot of issues have been happening as of late. Smugglers have been seen and bandits around the castle walls of the kingdom, raiding and honing on villagers that are trying to trade. It is damaging our stock market and damaging ourselves and everything that we do. Nothing comes in. everything's stolen. Our rice, our weaponry, everything is being stolen. We need you to go out into the path and figure out what is going on and eliminate the problem. Can you do this?
Easy enough, as long as the pay's good.
It's 200 gold altogether, so for each of you it would be 50.
Yeah, that seems like a fair price.
Dolomir chimes in, and business with us will continue, which means more money. He gives like a little cocky smile, like, and after all, who doesn't love money?
Well, you're right on that. Money does go a long way, especially for certain people, and loosening some lips.
Oh, I know. Trust me. I have the, shall we say, finer taste, and kind of looks towards Ilyana and gives a little sly wink. Anywho,
I'm gonna just pretend I didn't see that.
then the drow elf kind of takes this cold shoulder very well and goes, well, can't blame a man for trying. Oh well. Good luck on your adventure.
I just shrug.
Good luck on your adventure. And Bo nods and says, be safe. Remember, it's dangerous out there. I suggest you go to the town's shop before you're adventuring out. Better safe than sorry. You will receive your payment when we have the problems and our items back. Until then, good luck. What would you guys like to do? Do you guys want to start adventuring immediately, or do you want to go to the shop, get some supplies, and then be on your way?
I'd stop by the shop, see what they got.
May as well.
Seems like the best course of action.
Yeah.
Alrighty. The shop it is then. As you guys make your way through town, the cobblestone riddled streets, you can hear this laughter of children and adults alike as you come up on a much more greener, open area of the kingdom. There are trees and bushes and also a whole lot of like more, it just looks more pleasant. There's flowers, there's bushes. It's very, 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 it's much more appealing. It's more naturist almost. Oh, who left? Oh, that was the Nightbot.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. You all will start here, or you guys can come in. As you walk up, you see there's this water fountain sitting nestled right beside this little area. By the way, while you guys are getting set up, I'm going to go ahead and play some more ambient music. So, give me a moment.
Water.
Water? Yeah. Oh, you're looking at the fountain?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to do anything to the fountain?
I might swish around my hand a little bit just to get a feel of the water and such.
I'm just sitting underneath the shade of the tree.
Is your character based off of my melancholy life with monster girls?
No. I'm just a slime girl in general, but I know what you're going for in that aspect.
Alrighty. So, Z's character's playing in the water. Pura's playing in the water. Rusty's resting against a tree. Anyone else want to do anything?
I'm just gonna be browsing the shop wares, see what they have.
I see Zan's heading in, and so is Ilyana. Alrighty. As you open the door, you see a very, very slender, red-headed figure with a... You can't really tell what it is right now because you're not close enough, but there's something on his shoulder. And he seems to be going through some notes. You see items are stashed all over these... It looks like bookshelves, kind of, but they're built into the wall with steps that go up. And there are rugs strewn out about and all over the area. There's a walk-in rug, an open rug. There's multiple areas. There's all these macabre items everywhere that, you know, who would buy this? Like a jar of eyeballs? Oh, really? What? What the hell's going on? But as you enter, he looks at you over the book that he's looking into and goes, welcome to, welcome to the shop. This is the shop for enchantment items and also a general store. My name is Percival Cornelius Othwald von Durude the Fourth. It is a pleasure. He gives like a warm little smile. You can see he's kind of got a little scoff on his cheek. A little scar. Looks like he's been cut. There's a little cut across his ear too. His long red hair kind of flows over his eyes a little bit, and he's got a nervous smile, and he's wearing a cute little turtleneck. He's like, right, in a, you know, blood burgundy trench coat. He's right. Purses his glasses just a little bit and goes, how can I help you?
Well, I'm looking for something special.
Special? Please do entail.
Well, there's been a couple rumors going around about an item that lets you snatch small things from a distance. Nothing big and heavy of sorts, no more than 10 pounds, of course, but if you got anything like that.
An item that allows you to snatch things up more than 10 feet. He starts pursing his lip a little bit and running his fingernail over it. And he's thinking very long and hard about this. He goes, I'm sorry, the only thing I can think of that matches that description is, and he starts flipping through the book and he goes, a spell called Mage Hand, I believe? Well, if that's what you're looking for, we do have one scroll left, but it's a one-time deal kind of thing, and it really only works for one time, and pretty pricey. I'd say it's about 100 gold pieces for a little piece of paper. Unless, of course, I mean, you have a spell book that you can put it in. Maybe you can add it to your spell book, but if you don't have a magic book, it's kind of a one-shot thing.
Perhaps, but I'll keep note of that. Thank you.
Noted. And as he nods, you can kind of see the thing that's pursed on his shoulder is this clockwork, metallic-looking dragon. It's handmade, but it's a miniature. It looks like a little baby dragon made of metal and cogs and wheels spinning. And it kind of... He goes, oh, this is Clockwork. He likes you. He begins to work again, and he looks around the room, and he asks very politely, does anybody else need anything?
Well, actually, come to think of it, a couple of vials of venom, if you don't mind.
A couple of vials of venom. He starts looking around and goes, okay, we have 2 bottles in the store. Each go 15 silver pieces. Is that alright?
I'll take both.
Excellent. That'll be 30 silver pieces, please. Or 3 gold.
Let's see, how much money do I have on me? Oh, I have 250 gold, so yeah, I'll give you 3 gold for it.
Alrighty. He takes 3 gold pieces. He takes the 3 gold pieces and the little metallic dragon kind of happily. And does a little... And he nods. Goes, sorry, he likes shiny things. That makes 2 of us. And he kind of pets it a little bit and hands you the 2 vials. And he goes, be very, very careful, though. Those are very potent. And very dangerous. Okay?
Well, thank you. I am no stranger to poisons.
Zan,
I will this
poison in this glass vial container is a very burnt green as you swirl it around. This poison, you believe, is corrosive as well as poisonous, like an acid. It can eat away at minor metals as long as it's not, you know, more much bigger than a padlock. For these 2 vials, I'd say you could probably, you could use the 2 vials, one each to, break open a padlock or something. Or, throw it at someone and, give them poison damage for, a couple of turns.
So it will come in handy either way. I appreciate it.
Go ahead and put down 2 vials of poison, of acid poison down, please. Does anybody else need anything in here? Or is it just Zan?
I pretty much
Thing.
got all my stuff. If anything, it's just more Pura's gonna run around, look at things. She's definitely fascinated by the little toy you have.
The clockwork dragon kind of looks over at Pura and hops off of his shoulder and onto the table and kind of cautiously comes over. Starts sniffing a little bit, looking over, and it does the little cat confused head turn kind of thing, like a dog, He's like, Mama. He's like, oh. He starts petting it. Like, his name is Clockwork. Would you like to pet him?
Pura just gives like this giggle, and she just like picks him up and just start petting him.
Oh, he doesn't like to be pet. And then he just goes, he doesn't like to be picked up. And he kind of like jumps back onto the table, but he accepts the head pats. Sorry, he's, I had to program him still. This cut, and he kind of points to his face, it's from him. But he does like you. Kind of chirps a little, the little thing chirps like a bird, kind of happily at you. Tail kind of wagging behind it, happily. Does anybody else want to do anything while here?
Is there anything here that would help sharpen up my weapons?
I would say go ahead and give me an inspection, an insight. I mean, not an insight, a perception. Is it a percep? What would you say, Z? Is it a perception or is it a? It's not an insight.
To look around the building or whatever?
Yeah.
Perception.
Yeah, it's a perception. Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Insight is looking in to see if someone's like lying and such.
Yeah. Okay, so
alright, it was loading.
Yeah. It's in skills. It's right underneath your saving throws. It's literally right beside your stats, like your your strength, your dexterity, your constitution, your intelligence, your wisdom. It's right beside it. It's a very long box, and then there's going to be one called perception.
Oh, passive wisdom, whatever, perception.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, 12. If I'm reading the right box, yeah.
No. Okay.
I asked you.
No. I'm sorry. I'm so confused. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Go to the top of your character sheet. You see inspiration, right? It says inspiration in a box.
Yeah.
You see proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Okay, move down. You see under the box, the next box is saving throws.
Yeah.
Go down. The big box, the big long box.
Those box labeled skills.
Yes, those are your skills. Perception is a skill. It's the first one in the P section.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead and press it, just like you did your weapon. Don't check it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, with an 11, I will say you find a whetstone. And if you know what a whetstone is, it's basically it's a grindable stone that you can basically sharpen your weapons on. But you're not really going to gain anything out of it. It's more to restore your weapon more than, really enhance your weapon. You see what I'm saying? It's if you chip your blade, you can kind of whetstone it.
So come in handy for the long journey ahead.
Yeah, you can mend your weapon. I will say that you could mend your weapon if you spent time with it in the whetstone. Do you want it? As you ask him this, he goes, that is a whetstone. That would be, flips through his book and he looks over and he, replies, I don't really have a price for it yet. It just came in. How about 1 silver piece? Is that fair? He's kind of like trying to alert for judgment.
Sure. I'll take 5.
That's the only one we have. Only one.
I guess that'll do.
Alrighty. 1 silver piece, please.
Okay.
As you just hand him a silver, are you gonna hand him a gold piece considering all you have is gold right now?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Okay. If you just hand him 1 gold piece, he'll give you back 9 silver. So just go ahead and, in your box, just put 9 silver. Like, just type out 9 under the silver icon. It's not the one it's not the one that's above gold. It's the one right here. Here, I'll do it for you. So you now have 249 gold and 9 silver pieces, okay?
Okay.
I just took care of it for you. He takes the gold piece and then hands you 9 silver and goes, "Thank you so much. Please let me know next time when you come in. I will." And he kind of scratches the back of his head. He goes, "I will be sure to buy more for your next return. I'm sorry. I'm still kind of new to this. I just started." Kind of scratches the back of his head uncomfortably, fixing his glasses a little bit. Does anybody else want to?
Well, boy.
He kind of blushes a little bit from this, like, confused, and again, the dragon kind of tilts his head kind of curiously. Does anybody else want to do anything before we begin?
Not particularly, no.
No.
Okay. As you guys make your way to the outskirts of town, there's a narrow dirt road. You see that this dirt road has been well traveled. It's the same road you came in on. But what you probably didn't notice on your way into the kingdom was there was, and by the way, I don't have an abbreviation for a map for this set out. Sorry, I have a ton of maps already. This is not one of them. I'm just gonna illustrate it, and then we'll go to the next map. You see that there's a beaten, trodden path that's just outside of the gates that leads out into the woods. It seems to have footsteps. As you follow the footsteps, you find a woodland area. This woodland area, a little bit more cold and warm and less, it's more of a cold environment. It doesn't give off the sense of welcome. In this warm area, which, by the way, you guys are starting right here, there's a river with many trees. However, you also notice there is a group of little green creatures cackling, and there seems to be 2 dead bodies from what you can see. Possibly the two bodies of the last adventuring team that was sent out here to investigate. And they're too busy. They're not paying attention to you guys. They're ruffling through bags and, the corpses for loot. What would you guys like to do?
I would like to throw my javelin at the goblin. Yeah.
Which one?
The one on our left. Yeah.
Your left? Right here?
Yeah. It's closer.
Okay, but before he does that, does anybody else want to do anything while he's doing this?
I'm gonna freaking hide, like in the brush or the shadows or whatever is available around me.
Alrighty, go ahead and look for an area, like put yourself in an area and go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Let's see. This would be a good spot. Do a stealth check for you.
Yes, please. Oh, it's gonna take me a second for it to load in. Whoa, that's really good. Okay, yeah. You sneak by easily. They don't hear you at all. They're too busy, rummaging through things, and, you can hear little as they keep rummaging. Ilyana, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna follow Zan into that fucking bush. Cause... Yeah.
Alright. Alrighty, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Hold on. Where is it? Looking.
Should be towards the bottom.
That's 17. That works. Yeah, they don't see you. They don't hear you. They don't see you. You're in the bush. You're successfully in the bush with Zan. Huh.
Hi, Zan.
Z. I mean, not Z. Pura, what would you like to do? Before he winds up and throws this javelin, I'm giving everybody a freebie. But next time, you might want to conversate on what you're going to do, because if I was a regular DM and let you throw it, nobody else would have anything to do. You know what I mean?
I'm curiously looking at the situation at this point, and then I'm just looking over at Rusty, who's about to throw this javelin. So I'm just basically observing him as he's about to throw this javelin.
Okay. I'm gonna say that this is a sneak attack. Like, it's not a sneak attack, but it's gonna be at an advantage because this thing's not moving. It has no clue that you're literally about to throw this thing at it. So go ahead and roll.
Ignore that. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Like,
So go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll your javelin. Like, throw it, please, and let me see if it hits or not.
just. Oh.
That's a natural 20.
That's a crit.
Oh, okay.
He hit him. He hit him.
He
Do I
hit him
get
really hard.
the javelin thing again? Like in the
Yes,
text
just
box?
press the no. Just press the name. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Let's see, that's what, 13, and it's a crit, so you double that, so 26 damage.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So no, not 26. 13. The 5 is the plus. No wait. Yeah. You're right. It is 23. I mean not 23. It's 26. Yeah. Okay.
Crit double.
So Max, you wind up this this javelin. It whizzes through the air, and without, you know what? Since you landed a critical, I'm gonna say he doesn't even alert the others. He just like doesn't even make a sound. Just it hits him, and he falls over dead. The other two are laughing still and going through the the belongings of the other, not even aware that their friend just died. What would you guys like to do? So this one's dead. So just I did not expect you to land a critical on him. Oh God. So yeah, he's dead. He's a dead man.
Rusty said thump.
Good shit, Max. Okay. What would you guys like to do now? We don't even have initiative yet, cause nobody's been caught.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna.
I can hold on. I can make this better for our stealthy people. Cause I have. Well, I don't know. Actually, that might mess them up a little bit more as well. Because I have, let me get to it. I can create a fog cloud.
Oh?
Yeah, I basically create a 20-foot radius sphere fog sitting on a point.
Oh, that would be great.
And this area, it basically heavily obscures the area. And lasts for duration or until a wind of moderate or greater speed, at least 10 miles per hour, disperses it.
How big is that?
It's a 20-foot radius. Range is 120 feet. So I can basically just blow this fog cloud over the goblins, and Zan can do whatever after that.
Okay, that's 30 feet, so it will work. 20 feet, so if you hit it, like, where were you planning on doing it? Please pinpoint with your little select tool like this, where you want it to land, please.
Okay, so 20 feet. So it's probably gonna be like, let's see. So wait, how do I think?
You just your select move tool, your very top tool on the top left. Just look at anywhere on the map, press it, and hold for a second.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, like that.
Okay,
So where would you like to make this land?
it's basically gonna be all right here, basically.
Okay, you want to land it on this body right here. So 20 feet. Okay, so yeah, about there.
Yeah, it's a nice big circumference area.
Okay, so you want to do that right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, I'm just like, all right. I see that Rusty has defined that the goblins are bad, and I know goblins can be some tricksters for that a problem. So I basically just use my fog cloud to try to obscure the situation since they don't know anything has happened.
Okay. You hurl this very misty looking orb. And it
I'm actually just blowing this out. It's just like
oh, you're just blowing it out?
Yeah.
Okay. You inhale very deeply and your chest kind of heaves before like a very, very powerful gust just evaporates out of you. It just seeps out of you, and this giant cloud just floats by. It zooms by and suddenly comes to a halt right on the dead body. And as it does, this plume envelops them, and one of the goblins screams out, "Ah! It's a trap! And he is panicking. He is afraid now. He turns and immediately starts running. He is running right by the bush that Ilyana and Zandelin are hiding in. This one bolts this way towards the other side of the bush, and he sees you coming and is immediately running towards you. But Zandelin and Ilyana will get attacks of opportunities. Do you take them?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
I'm gonna fucking sneak attack his ass.
Go ahead, everyone. As Ilyana, ladies first. Give me your attack first, please. And I'm only saying ladies first. Yes, and I'm only saying ladies first because your character's lady, okay?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm doing the same thing as before.
Cool. Just running it by, so go ahead and roll it, please.
Same thing as before.
Yeah. Oh, wait, wasn't it just an attack roll, or what was it you did last time? It was a longsword attack, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead. Okay. That does not hit. Okay.
That doesn't hit.
That doesn't hit. I'm really sorry. Your sword comes out of the bush.
It's in my eyes.
The fog, it kind of permeates your vision slightly, and as you stab through the bush, it kind of tinks off of him, and he meanwhile, this poor goblin sees the sword come out of the bush and goes, "Ah, the bush is mad!" And it's even harder. He's hauling ass as fast as he can. He's on the precipice of leaving now, but then he kind of sees a hand coming out of the bush as he turns around and goes, "Methinks me been tricked," and starts making his way back towards the bush, pulling out his own sword. He goes, Zan, go ahead and give me your attack, bud.
Okay, I'm not sure exactly how it's supposed to work with sneak attack, so do I roll my regular attack and a sneak attack?
Let me see here. Let me take a look at your character. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and do your regular attack. It has to be melee. And then you, but first check the little checkbox for sneak attack, like I did right there. Just check it, and then go ahead and pick whichever one you want to attack with.
Sneak attack usually requires me to use a ranged weapon or a dagger.
Correct. You're right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna use my short bow with that.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna freaking pretty much shoot that red goblin who's turned around for me in the back of his head.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Oh, it's still loading in for me. That's a 14. That does not hit. It pings off the armor as an
Even
arrow
with-
flies.
Is that with the sneak attack modifier?
Let me see here. No, it has to hit before the sneak attack happens. See?
Oh,
Your sneak
Okay.
attack is extra damage. It doesn't affect your attack roll, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
okay.
Your arrow... Huh?
Didn't I get to roll with advantage?
You're right, because, yeah, you're
About to
right.
say-
You're right. You're right, because I gave you advantage for your first session. Because
Yep.
that really sick burn. Never mind, that does work. Ignore my roll that I did for you. Go ahead and press your bow and give me your damage, please.
All right.
Sneak with a max 6 with another sick. Holy shit. Okay. By the way, Gracie, I'm sorry. I'm not playing favorites. He literally has advantage because I gave
I know,
him-
We know,
I was
we
there
know.
for that. The
Okay,
people
cool.
watching this recording won't know that, but we do.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen out there, Zan freaking sick burned me to so bad that I had to give him advantage on this. And yeah, people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's kind of messed up. Why would you take that into D&D?" Guys, we're doing this for fun. This isn't serious. We're just having fun. You know, nothing serious. Eventually, you know, everybody else is gonna get advantage too. Well, you know, inspiration. But I take it as advantage in my case too. So anywho, this arrow flies through the bush as you just, it hits him, and he immediately falls to the ground. This goblin is dead to rights. There is no survival. He is the goblin that is staring at the bush. Stares for a moment and goes,
Ah! No! Not Larry! He was 2 weeks from retirement!
"Everyone, he knows you're not clearly a monstrous bush. Roll for initiative."
Okay. Let's see here. That's just a regular D20 roll, isn't it?
No, it's you're gonna go into your character sheet and you're gonna see initiative right beside your armor class, your AC.
Oh, okay.
You just press that and then it goes in.
All right.
Okay. By the way, I'm doing all monstrous rolls on a separate.
Ooh!
Holy shit!
Ooh!
That's really good. Max, how are you doing on yours? Have you found initiative? It's right
Oh,
beside your
okay.
shield
Yeah,
looking
okay.
area. There you go.
It took me a second. I was like,
Oh, that's a natural one. Okay. So the placements are gonna go like this. It goes Zan, then Lorne, then Z, then the Goblin, then Max. Okay. Zan?
Don't doubt this goblin's gonna get a chance at this point.
yeah.
Nope, he is dead to rights.
Alright, Zan, go ahead and make your attack.
I'm still hidden. He doesn't know that what's in the bush, so I can still sneak attack him.
Correct, he has only seen a very, very pasty hand come out of the bush, so he only thinks one person's in there. He just thinks one person is literally stabbing and shooting with both hands. So he's pissing himself, kinda.
Zan jumps out of the bush. Ah! Oh, he did! Oh no, he's got a bow. Never mind.
Oh my god. Another
Damn.
natural 20.
An arrow to the eye.
Yeah.
Okay, Zan, go ahead and roll me the damage. Oh wait, is it still sneak attack? Can you do sneak attack?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Zan, how do you want to do this?
Oh, I'm just gonna load 3 fucking arrows into my bow and just shoot right at him.
Okay, like a Gatling gun. You just... They just... 2 in the chest, 1 in the head. He feels the 2 and lets out a... before the last one silences him, as this arrow goes through his mouth that's still open and out the back of his head, poking through his head. He falls back dead on the floor. You guys have assassinated these 3 goblins. The area seems quiet. You can hear the gentle trickling of water through the river canal. What would you all like to do?
I don't know, but I don't know what the hell that line is.
Fuck, who drew?
I think I might have by accident. Hang on,
Yeah,
let me
that was
see if
you. Because you
Yeah,
gotta go.
there we go. My bad.
It's okay, I got it.
I'm gonna investigate the body over here.
Which one?
The one down on my side.
Okay.
The dead person.
The female?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me explain to Max real quick. Max, you can loot dead bodies after fights for chances of getting good items, good gold, good stuff. Alright? Just so you know.
Alright.
Alrighty. So Z, or Pura, as you look over this body, it has been eviscerated. They have multiple stab wounds from where these goblins...
Oh, well, I was gonna do an investigation roll, but that works.
Well, you know, it's Goblin Raid. You don't really need an investigation roll to figure out what happened. Goblins just eviscerated this poor adventurer. Her stomach seems to be kind of out splayed on the ground. Like, they even gutted her, basically. These goblins were ruthless to them, showing no mercy to this party. So, it was probably a good thing that you took care of them. They seem to be clutching in their hand a locket. This locket is in the shape of a golden heart. What would you like to do?
I'd like to open up the locket.
You open the locket to see a familiar face. It's Percival.
Hold on, it's Percival? Is that the purple dude?
No, the shopkeeper.
Oh!
The purple dude is Dolomir.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so this person was an adventurer that knew the shopkeeper.
Yes.
Okay.
Or so you can piece together.
Yeah. As far as I can deduce and everything from the situation, that's the case. Alright, well, I'm going to take the locket with me to take it back to the shopkeeper.
Alrighty, go ahead and put in Percival's locket, or just P's locket.
Yeah. P locket.
What would anyone like? Oh god, that sounds so dirty. What would everybody else like to do?
I'm gonna go check out the other body.
Okay. Another female adventurer caught in the line of duty. She is not as bad as the other, though. Multiple stab wounds to the legs and arms. However, her face seems to be fine. Along with, you know, her insides are very well still inside of her. She seems to be a bit on the, you know, poorer side, you know. She's got a dagger on her, plus a couple of, you know, throwing knives. You suspect she was a rogue. That, unfortunately, unlike you, was a little less stealthy.
Well, she's not gonna be needing those throwing knives no more.
Go ahead and put down 5 throwing knives in your bag. You cannot use them as weapons. Well, you can, but you will have to look them up. You know, you'll have to get throwing knives under your, you know, proficiencies, like your weapons, if you wish to keep them on you. But for now, they're just in your bag, okay? Is that fair? Okay, cool. I'm sorry.
Just 5?
Yes, just 5. They are of copper tonish, kind of. Like, they kind of glisten a little bit in the sunshine. You can tell that they're very finely made. The handles on them are leather. They seem a lot better than what this peasant girl could afford. You kind of question, how did she get a hold of them? Maybe maybe they were like a prepayment, perhaps. Either way, you have 5 throwing knives in your bag. Congratulations! You also managed to find 2 copper pieces and 1 silver.
I'm also taking those.
Alrighty, go ahead and put that in your bag inventory, please. Zan, what would you like to do, bud?
I'm gonna check out the body of this first poor unfortunate fucker that I killed.
Okay. Are you looking for anything in particular?
I just want to see what he's got, if he's got anything of value or anything if I can use.
Okay. You start rummaging through, this little shithead's bag, and you notice he's got a really weird collection. He's got like an assortment of weird body parts of human beings that he's kept over the years of his hunting. He's got like a dried up ear on a string along with a couple of fingers. Along with this, he's got like a macabre rag. It looks like it was from a more noble woman, but it's caked in blood, and the smell of old perfume and dried blood wafts off of this thing. Along with this, you find inside of it 5 copper pieces, 2 silver, and a gold coin.
Not bad. I'll snack those.
Alrighty. Max. Or Rusty. What would you like to do, bud? There's still 2 bodies to check. There's this one and this one. Those 2 bodies have not been checked yet.
But what I am questioning is the body at the bottom.
Body at the bottom. Right here?
Mm-hmm.
Correctamundo. But that's not in your line of sight. You don't see that yet. I'm sorry. But you will. Is if you move up. But right now, all you can see is 2 dead goblins that are not inspected yet.
I'll check the other one that got killed by the bush. So-called
Alrighty.
bush monster.
Alrighty.
Talk about a good bushwhacking.
Oh,
You go and look at this little green man who has 3 arrows embedded in him. You go through his things. You find out he's a little bit on the light side when it comes to coin. You find 4 copper pieces and hold on. 1 silver piece, but he's also hiding a longsword. Now, it's not the best. It's got a couple of scratches on it. It's a little scuffed. It looks a little bit wear and tear, but you think if you use your whetstone on this, you can possibly mend it and maybe sell it for a good price. Or hell, you could probably give it to one of your party members. It's a nice gift. But that's what you find.
I'll toss the coins to Zan and be on my way.
Alrighty, go ahead and put, do you not want the sword?
I'll use my whetstone for something else.
Alrighty, you leave the sword and you hand the coins to Zan. Zan, that was 5 copper pieces, 2 silver.
Okay.
Alrighty. What do you want to, does anybody want to do anything else? There's still 1 body not checked, plus the one that's down at the river, but none of you can see it.
I'm closest to the other body, so I guess I'll check the other body now, the goblin.
As you go through the goblin's belongings, like the other 2, a lot of macabre things, like bird skulls collected, along with some. He looked to be more of the food, the food rally guy, like the guy that's hunting for food. You find some fish eggs. I mean, not fish eggs, some bird eggs from little nests that are broken, empty shells, along with he's got a really weird collection of toenail clippings, you think? They look like toenail clippings, kinda, in the bottom of his bag, or maybe he's just disgusting. You also find that he's got a very, very lavishing-looking gem in it. You're taking a look at it. This is a sapphire. A cut sapphire that he's possibly stolen from either a bandit that was unlucky or possibly one of these adventurers, but you find a sapphire worth possibly about 50 gold pieces if you were to sell it on the market.
Well, I'm definitely gonna take the sapphire, of course, but I'm also gonna take like the shells and stuff, and while everyone's not looking and everything, I absorb it into my body.
Oh, okay. You take the gem, you know, put it in, and then while nobody's looking, Pura just sucks these eggshells into her body, and no one's none the wiser. Alright, so, if you're all done looting, you see the river that is coursing through this canal is kind of moving, you can estimate about maybe 15 miles per hour. It's a very rapid river. It's moving very quickly. You think the only way that you can possibly get over it is either jumping, very well I might add you, or over this tree trunk. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go over the tree trunk.
Alrighty.
Am I gonna try to jump this shit?
Alrighty. I will say you're gonna need to give me a dexterity check. Because this is a very, very mossy and coast. Like, this thing is very slippery. It's right underneath the river. It's gonna get some water on it. It's gonna be moist, and it's got a lot of moss on it. So it's gonna be a dexterity check, please.
I just click dexterity, I'm assuming.
Yes, ma'am. Oh. You,
Fuck's sake.
you take a step.
I still blame the fog.
You take a step, and you kind of... You fall, but you catch yourself on the tree trunk, and you give a... What would you like to do? You can safely crawl, but I'm gonna be honest, you're gonna look a little goofy.
I'm gonna try to cross it again normally.
Okay, give me another dexterity check. That is way better. You make it across, and you kind of like look at the others like, forget whatever you just saw. I nailed it. First attempt.
You know what's best for you.
And as you do this, what would everybody else like to do? Oh, by the way, you can go ahead and put your character right here, wherever you want, anywhere over here. And what would the others like to do?
Well, as she was going to cross on the slide, you're doing great! But,
I let out a hearty laugh when she fell. Almost fell.
Alrighty. What would you guys like to do for crossing the river?
I gotta look this up because I remember as an elf, I know I can sprint, which doubles my speed as well as my jumping distance. If I remember right. See, it should be...
God, these throwback songs.
Yeah.
It's like going through my childhood.
Yeah, what is playing right now?
Max. Or Z. While Zan is doing that, what would you like to do, bud?
I will test my luck with dexterity.
Alrighty.
Cross.
You get on the tree trunk. Can already tell by your footing. It's very slippery. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check. I will say you're about halfway off the tree. That's just enough to make it. Like, you literally landed on the success that you needed. You do a little, but you catch yourself. And you make yourself all the way across.
The beef has made it.
You successfully make it across. First attempt. Literal, actual first attempt. Z, what would you?
So
Pura,
for
what would
me, are we going on the aspect of me needing to do a check first, like climbing difficult surfaces or such, or are we going to go without it?
What do you mean?
Because I'm inherently sticky.
With you, you're inherently sticky, so you can just make it across.
Yeah, that's what I was going on the aspect, because I was like, if
it's an ability that you can do, you got free reign. Go do it.
Basically, I was just going to take off my shoes and be like, all right, I got this, and just start walking across and everything, humming a little tune as I do, and then I jump down and it's like, yes.
You all see this little pretty girl take off her shoes, and then the weirdest thing ever, starts like humming a little tune as she's casually walking over this very, very dangerous river. Just not even a care in the world. Doesn't even struggle at all. Makes it, and then puts her shoes back on.
Now let's give a bow. Arigato!
I wasn't drinking water this time.
It doesn't help that the Japanese ethnic music just started playing.
Alrighty.
Wow. Well, I'll have to look it up later, so I guess I will attempt on crossing.
I will say right now, if it's not in your character sheet, just ignore it.
Yeah, I'll ignore it.
Alright, cool.
But yeah, I'll just cross it normally with the log. I'm not gonna take my freaking chances of jumping this shit.
Dexterity, please.
So, dexterity throw. Here we go.
That's an 18. That succeeds.
Easily.
How would you like to do it? Are you gonna do flare? Like, are you gonna you know what? You're so good at it. You just literally, just like him, but just like Pura, except for you don't even take off your shoes. You just straight up walk off of it. And they swear that they can see you kind of like doing like a Michael Jackson moonwalk as you go over it, kind of like you're adding a little bit of flair to it. Like, you're cocky. You think that you're the best. As you all make it over, though, all questions, including why the girl took off her shoes, are silenced. As you find another dead body. A man. His face is no longer visible. It's no longer recognizable. It's been bashed in. To the point of it almost being pulp-like, really. He seems to be a lot more well off than the rest of the travelers he was with. His clothes are caked in blood. The silk coated in this crimson color. Halfway down, a cream tone. But he seems to be holding a pouch on his side. Would anyone like to look through it?
I shall investigate.
Alright. You open the bag. That's a natural 20. Wow, holy shit, Zan. You're getting really good rolls tonight.
Yes, I am.
That is... Wow. Okay.
I hope something good is in this bag, because the music just got really
It better be something good.
You open the bag, and there's nothing. I'm just kidding.
I like how the music died.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like, wow, that's disappointing and anticlimactic.
I'm just kidding. You find in the bag astonishingly 10 gold pieces, plus a whole handful of gems. Everything. There is an emerald, 75 gold pieces, a sapphire, 50 gold pieces, and a ruby, 100 gold pieces. This guy was loaded. It kind of makes you wonder if he was doing adventuring for the money or just the thrill. But either way, his loss is your gain.
Yep. And sleight of hand and pocket it all.
Alright, go ahead and remember it's 50, 75, 100, plus 25. So I'm leaving this to y'all to figure out like the pricing and whatnot because I can't keep track of this, okay?
Alright, so how much gold do I add to my bag? 10?
Okay, so you add 10 plus the 25 plus the 50 plus the 75. So counting that all up,
Okay.
that is 150 plus 10, so that's 160 gold pieces in your pocket.
Okay.
Unless you want to keep the gems, then you can just,
I'm
call
keeping
it like...
mine. I'm keeping my sapphire.
Alright, cool.
No, I'm definitely keeping the gems. I ain't selling those suckers.
Hey,
Well,
favor.
then you're going to want to put down 25... you're going to want to put down 50 sapphire, 75 ruby, emerald, 100 ruby. So that way you know the pricing of them, okay?
So,
10 gold
Sapphire.
pieces is 50.
okay.
Ruby is 75.
Okay.
Emerald is 75. Ruby is 100.
Ruby is 100. And then emerald.
75. What were you asking, Max? Sorry.
I was saying, him getting all that money, I was like, you could repay the favor with me giving you those copper
And
pieces
all I'm
earlier.
saying is Ilyana was the first one over here.
Yeah,
Almost certainly saw that body first, so
I'm sure
It'd be appreciated.
I'm sure Zan will eventually start dishing out the money fairly. If not, he's a rogue. But don't worry.
Ilyana ponders about that feat that she could have had in a different timeline.
Actually, hold on. Hold on.
Ask
You know
me
what?
questions
Hold
if
on.
you should shield the rogue.
Hold on. His sleight of hand was really low.
I'm about to say his sleight of hand failed, so
Everyone give me a perception to see if you catch it. Okay.
Yep, there's one.
There's one that catches it. There's two that catches it. There's... You just...
Start coughing it up.
Yeah.
Alright, bud. Y'all, I'm gonna leave this to y'all. I'm God, but I'm not getting into this. Go ahead.
Fine, I'll give the barbarian the sapphire, and I'll give...
I have a shiny stone, so I'm happy.
Okay. So
I
yeah, give the barbarian the sapphire, and I'll give Lorne the emerald.
Alrighty. So you keep the ruby. Alright, 75 for the emerald, 50 for the sapphire. If you're gonna already sell it, just put it down as gold right now, okay? I'm not in charge of anyone's bags. Okay?
Wait, I got the sapphire?
Yes.
You got the sapphire.
And that's 75. 75 gold. Alright.
It's
no
50.
50.
50. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
50
Dude, I
for
was thinking,
sapphire.
shit.
50 for sapphire.
75 for the emerald.
Ilyana gets 75 for the emerald. Or she can just have the emerald and put 75 for pricing if she ever wants to just save it and then, sell it later. And Zan has 100 for the ruby. So, is there anything else y'all would like to do in this area? You can hear in the distance more cackling. You suspect there are more enemies ahead in this adventure.
Oh god, it's a goblin hole full of goblins. There's goblin treachery and goblin lies.
What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna freaking climb into this tree over here and do a perception check. See if I can see anything.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yep.
Anyone else want to do anything while we wait for him?
What is this like? Huh?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
What is like this area over? Is this like a tree or is this a bush?
Those are bushes. This is the area you're gonna want to go to get out.
I'm gonna move over here and I'm also gonna do perception.
Okay. Okay, Zan, that is not a high enough roll to really see anything. All you see is like you're kind of in the tree still, so you're just like, all I see is tree.
Yeah,
Tree.
yeah, both don't see nothing.
There's only bush.
No, hold
This
on.
bush is made of bush.
Hold on. Now, Ilyana does something a little bit different. All I see is bush. Bush. So it's a little different.
While they're doing their thing, I'm just playing in the water.
Okay. As you do this, Max, what would you like to do? I mean, sorry, Rusty.
Just move it a little bit. Perception check, probably. Just gonna look around, you know, still a little bit on guard.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. $21. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be honest with you. There's an entirely different map that these guys are on. But, Max, with such a high roll, you can see in the distance there is a cave-like area. And these two goblins are standing post at it with a dead body in front of the cave entrance. Would you like to relay this message to your teammates before we move to the next map?
Yes, I will tell them all.
Alrighty. He tells you all the situation. What would you like to do?
Hold up. Let's see. I'm going ahead because she's curious of the cave.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Anyone else? Y'all all ready to go?
I'm gonna approach stealthily.
Okay.
So you want me to do a stealth roll for that?
Yeah, sure. We're not on the map yet, but I mean you can.
Sneaking in.
Okay, that works. That's a good roll. Ilyana, what would you like to do? Still staring at bush?
Guys, this bush is still made of bush. No. I'm gonna cautiously walk. Like, not towards the cave, like, I guess I'm also gonna do stealth.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a set check, please. Natural 20, yeah, you are undetected. Alright, I'm gonna move us to the next map.
I am the bush, guys.
I'm gonna move us to the next map. By the way, guys, this game is already halfway over. How you guys enjoying it?
It's great.
If it's too long, we might take a mid-break. Let me know. But we're going to the next map. Okay. You guys are on the new map. This area... Actually, what the fuck? Why is it the same area, basically? You know what? Screw it. It's the same area, but...
It's raining now!
Oh, it's raining! Okay, you guys are gonna start right here. Pretty, you know, pretty stealthy. I like to say, like, none of you can be heard coming up. I'd say those rules were so good, like, literally everyone comes up pretty stealthy. There are 3 goblins. I'm sorry, I lied. There was 3 goblins posted and a dead woman in the front of the cave entrance. You see the goblins are not looting. It seems like they've already, like, you know, looted. But they're on high alert on this cave entrance. You can get the feeling that these guys are literally like, if we were told to protect, not loot. If we loot, we're going to die. So we are not looting that body, only kill. So, what would you guys like to do?
Team.
Y'all can formulate an idea before, you know, anything goes down. So if you guys want to talk about an idea, go ahead.
Well, first of all, I imagine Zan could probably do more with those throwing knives that I picked up than I can.
Yeah, let me see actually if I have the skill proficiency. Because I have them for daggers and rapiers naturally as a rogue. I don't know if I have it quite yet for throwing knives. Let's see, where's my weapon proficiencies? Attributes. Skills. That's weird. Could have sworn that's listed somewhere around here.
It's probably something you'd have to look in the book.
Oh. There it is, proficiency. These get uncommon. Hand, crossbow, longbow, long sword, rapier, short bow, simple weapons. Does a throwing dagger count as simple weapons?
I don't think so. Let me take a look. Throwing knives, D&D 5e. Sorry, I'm checking it. I'm checking it right now. Small throwing knives, equipment, D&D. Costs. Oh, it's only 5 copper pieces each. So yeah. Finesse, thrown, or special weapon. Do you have proficiencies in finesse weapons or thrown weapons?
No, I do not.
Then no, you will not be proficient in it. I will say you can throw them, but it's at a disadvantage.
Right. I'd have to take a look at the freaking character, at the class, because I know eventually I get to learn that.
Yeah, you do.
I'm just gonna keep them then, because I can throw them.
Okay.
It would be the same as me throwing them.
So they're 5 copper pieces each, which is 2 silver and 5 copper if you sell them on the market, just so you know. Anywho, yes. So what would you guys like to do? Like I said, formulate a plan if you want.
Well, we do have the element of surprise.
You do?
That we do.
I will say your stealth rolls will come into this. The only one who doesn't have stealth right now is Z and Max. Well, Pura and Rusty. So they would have to roll stealth if they want to be sneaky too. But the two of you are silent.
Red.
So, Pura, what you thinking?
Well, I kind of up ahead of everyone at this point.
Yeah.
Because I just kind of walked up and I haven't walked into them just yet, but
well, hold on, let me take a look. Yeah, you're not in his line of sight yet, so you're good.
So like most I could do is if I do anything else, it'd be the same trick as before. But these guys are looking for stuff at this point.
Yeah. They're on a high alert. Does anybody speak Goblin?
No, I only speak Orc.
Let's see. Languages: Celestial, Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Thieves' Cant, and Uncommon.
Okay. You guys kind of hear like a little clicking mixed in with it, and they're like, can tell they're on a high alert, kind of. They're like talking to each other. It seems very rapid and desperate, kind of.
I could. No, I'm not going to do it though. I don't want to waste that. So continue.
Okay. Well, you guys can continue formulating. I'm gonna be honest with you. You guys get one more plan before some of them start, looking around a little bit like,
Well,
I could go in as a distraction.
oh, if we need a distraction, I have an idea. I still got that ruby. I hate to just toss it out there in front of them, but because it could be enough of a distraction to make them fight over it. I mean, as far as we can tell, they are greedy little bastards.
This is true,
Mm,
but they're not looting that dead body, so
Yeah, they're not going to go for it.
Fair enough. Well, if anything, I can
we
line
could
up.
just
Gracie,
charge in head first.
Gracie, I am so tempted to give you fucking advantage for that quick thinking, because you remember what I said, and I was like, man. Because when he said that, I was like, you can go ahead and try, but you're going to give away that position slightly. And I was just like, when you said it, I was like, ooh, you good, you good.
I'm thinking about it only because I have a longsword and I don't have range, so it's like...
Let me
Yeah.
see.
I could just charge in head first.
I could move
have
closer
the
to my
barbarian
javelin,
Okay.
Throw your javelin at them again.
and then everyone follows up.
Yeah, I
You
can
throw your javelin, I'll throw my longsword.
Speaking of javelin, I need to take a look. Rusty, my man,
Yes.
you didn't pick up your javelin, did you, big boy?
Oh.
Yeah. So that's one
Yep.
less javelin in your backpack. You started with 5, so now you got 4. It's all good. Just
That's
something
fine.
to remember next time. All right.
Well.
It's all good. Like I said, just a little reminder thing. Go ahead.
Rolling. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Make your move.
So I imagine at this point, I stop and Rusty probably pulls me back a bit, being protective at this point, and he's just like grabs his javelin again.
You throw your javelin, and you are inches from this goblin's head. It whizzes by. The goblin does a man before immediately spinning around and sees this hulking man and immediately lets out a war cry. You can't make an attack, Zan. He already sees. Everyone, roll initiative. He's already alerted the other 3.
Ignore that roll.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. I understand. I was just like, you can't do that because he's already alerted. Like, they're on high alert now. Also, the 3 goblins that are under the cave for some weird fucking reason are also, like, here. So let me move this cave real quick. Pretend like they're still there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they're all looking at y'all now. Like, they're clearly alerted now. Okay, initiatives. 19, 17. Good. Those are good rolls. Who else is going? Who else has not rolled?
Max
I
hasn't
just-
yet.
Max
yeah,
hasn't
Max.
rolled. Zan's rolled. Okay,
Max is going
Except-
first.
alrighty. Max, and then Goblin 1, cause he rolled a fucking 20. Let's see. Gracie is next. And then it's Z. Then Gob 2. And then Zan. And then Gob 3. Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, we begin.